Sports. Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, and Faurot Field, named for the father of the split T, where the Missouri Tiger fans are hoping that they put together a big W. A late-season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Missouri Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. The Canes will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the offense on first down. Running back goes in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quick strike complete. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players involved in the game on the first play of the game. Just throw it up and let him go make magic happen.
Going to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team out there getting set. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Tigers! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Good timing on the quick out.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Well, jet sweep pass. And the Canes will move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive game.
After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On the option. Plows through the defense. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go-round.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback.
Oh, he wants it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. Bulldozes him. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Missouri 14, Miami 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Keep it on the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Miami!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's looking for a man on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They'll go to the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
At the 28-yard line.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
Miami offense will take over.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
On second down, he'll let it fly. Lost one deep down the right side. He caught it. This is who the Canes are. Speed at wide receiver. Santana Moss, Andre Johnson, you name it, the list goes on, and this guy can join that list.
You know, it's fun. It's fun when you're recruiting the state of Florida and you can throw a rock and hit somebody that can run a 10-200. That's really nice. They find elite playmakers out wide at Miami, and you've seen so many greats throughout their history.
He got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Wide out in motion. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They believe in their running game on third and goal here. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Man, I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you, and that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Louisville. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And 35 is open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Missouri will snap it in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And that pass intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Intercepted. Got some room to run. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Direct snap. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Canes want to move quickly. They'll throw it on 1st down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive.
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Looking to scramble. The freshman able to get home with the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. A shot toward the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Keeps it and gets past the chain. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. One more snap coming before halftime. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Missouri gets to the line quickly. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. A shot toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
With the score, Miami 21, Missouri 14.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the 2nd half.
Kick this one away.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Missouri! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets a block. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by a field goal over Oregon State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Here's the handoff. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kent. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Missouri, 21.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time, 2nd and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going, but right now just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Give to the running back. Still running at the 40. Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Yeah, and how about the 3rd down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the 3rd down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
Goes to the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. Missouri wants to go fast. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Touchdown, Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak, it looked like it was ugly, but now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy from us.
Dances away. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. We had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! Lining up for the PAT. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And now on second down for this offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. On the option. He'll pitch it. Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They move on top here in the 4th.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 13 over Oregon State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
Got his man on the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Wants to throw on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. He makes a catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. The give out of the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
From the gun. Give on the inside. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. They'll go with a direct snap. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's got him, and they convert. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little...
Touchdown, Missouri! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
And he's going to bring it out. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
And here comes the offense on second down. Trying play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He lets it fly. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have.
Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page.
Lofts one high and deep. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. The give to the lone running back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football, showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I gotta take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's down after making the grab. Good pickup there to help them dig out of the hole, but still some work to do to get a first down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on fourth down in overtime. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on fourth down here in overtime. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Looking to the end zone. If he runs this back, this game's over. Trying to take it back. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. And, man, just a soul-crushing turnover by this offense here in overtime.
It's so tough throwing the ball down in this area of the field, right? The windows are so much smaller, and they open and they close so much quicker. You've got to be so precise with timing and accuracy if you're the quarterback. And that time, it came back to bite him. Just didn't execute well enough.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth. Games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.